What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Talk Malcolm Talk. I'm wearing this hat because it's cold as balls outside. Let's talk. After having the run of his career being one half the Quebecers holding the WWF Tag Team Championships, having a 1995 feud with Bret Hart, an ECW Championship match against Justin Credible in 2000, and being awarded the WCW Hardcore Championship, who would think that Carl Ouellette's career would actually not kick off or really have the best run of his life until he was 50 years old. Most people at 50 years old are either thinking about retirement, can't move, can't walk, or wrestling. Ever since returning to the independent scene in 2016, now known as PCO, he's been the highlights of almost every single independent wrestling event he's been a part of. From his crazy vignettes of basically being like a Frankenstein in a way, which Frankenstein was the scientist, not the monster, as I still try to figure out how that makes sense. He just does some weird stuff. Watch his chest get electrocuted.
He's alive! He's alive!
PCO is now back at it again at MLW, where he actually did something really crazy and stupid, and he's 50 years old. What's he doing? And deciding to want to be like a 28-year-old Seth Rollins, PCO decided to jump off a balcony. At MLW Fight Lane in Chicago, Illinois, PCO decided he was just gonna jump off some crazy stuff, because that's what he does. I don't know what's wrong with him. Where he was facing Brody King, and I don't know why the match ended up out there and he's on the table, but PCO decided to jump, where he got a big pop for it, mainly because when he jumped off, the balcony and stuff, he kind of missed the table and he hit the ground. The ground's made of cement. His poor, old, electrocuted back. I'll just show the video. There has been no injury report on PCO, so I guess he's still alive, I think. I hope. If you guys like watching wrestling that's not the WWE or New Japan or Impact Wrestling, then you probably like yourself some Lucha Underground, right? Of course you do. In watching Lucha Underground, we've seen a lot of stars that are in the WWE right now, have left from WWE and showed up there. During the season 4 finale, actually, Antonio Cueto found out that Mantaza, one of those names, who was his son, was killed. Oof. And at that point, they realized they needed a brand new host. And who decided to walk out the pure pitch black with a cigar in his mouth and his hair all curled up looking all fancy stuff? None other than Stu freaking Bennett, aka former WWE superstar and Intercontinental Champion and leader of the Nexus, Wade Barrett. Where Wade Barrett said there needs to be a new host, and does anyone else have some bad news? And recently on Twitter, Stu Bennett did acknowledge this whole tweet from Lucha Underground, him showing up on season finale, where he mentioned that he now will be known as the Lord. That will be his new Lucha Underground name. Now, a lot of independent wrestlers that show up on Lucha Underground always seem to change their name. Like Willie Mack on Lucha Underground is called the Mac. Ricochet was called Prince Puma. Shane Strickland was called Killshot. A lot of different names are on Lucha Underground that are the independent wrestlers that we all know today. And we can assume that the new host of season 5 Lucha Underground will be Stu Bennett, aka the Lord. Also in injury news, so the WWE has gone through a lot of injuries. A lot of people have been getting hurt this year, but with two superstars in mind. So first, to start off with Alexa Bliss. Originally going to WWE Evolution, it was said that Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss would be facing Trish Stratus. Now eventually that match got turned to a tag team match, would be Alexa Bliss and Mickie James taking on Trish and Lita. And then that got changed because Alexa Bliss actually got pulled from the event, leading to Alicia Fox and Mickie James being against Trish and Lita. Now the reason behind that was because Alexa Bliss was injured, and now it was known that it actually was a concussion. But recently it's been reported by Dave Meltzer on why Alexa Bliss, one, has been competing on Raw, and a bigger reason why she was pulled from Evolution, where it's known that she actually sustained multiple concussions in a short period of time. But that was a good reason why she was actually appointed the Raw Women's team captain of their Survivor Series team. With that, a lot of rumors started flying around that because she had so many concussions and she got them in such a short amount of time, that this would actually force her to retire from in-ring competition. And all those rumors are pretty much false. Not pretty much, they're all wrong. She's not retiring. Who made these up? It's not true at all. But Alexa Bliss did go on record, and she didn't really say like, oh, I am coming back from my concussions, but she did tweet out this, where she acknowledged all the rumors and did say she will be back to wrestling, as well as tweeting a gif of Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, I'll be back, which means she's not retiring. So shut up with that. And for the other superstar that's reported to be injured and based off the picture, it's, yeah, I don't think he puts on a cast for fun. It was noted after SummerSlam when the Bludgeon Brothers defend their titles against the New Day, and then they defend their titles again against the New Day, where they actually lost the tag team titles. It was because Eric Rowan actually sustained an arm injury. He's not returned since then, so Luke Harper actually hasn't had anything to do on the main roster, which led to him actually appearing at NXT in Buffalo, New York a couple months ago. But in the spirit of tag team wrestling, if one gets hurt and they hurt their arm, the other does the exact same thing. Where this picture of Luke Harper with Brad Williams, who's a comedian, and also Sal from Impractical Jokers, where they took a picture with Luke Harper, and if you look carefully, you look at that hand, you're like, huh? Well, Why is he wearing a cast? And then final news that I really don't want to dive too deep in, I just want to talk about. The Bella twins announced that they actually challenged the Kardashians to a wrestling match. And if that happens, I'm canceling my network subscription. Hell no. What? Also, I just really want to show this picture because it's really funny. Not Big Cass, who, yeah. But of Neville, who actually has gone out his way to get in really good shape. Here's a picture of him. He is stupid ripped. What the heck is that? But if you read the caption, which I really, I enjoyed a lot. It was very funny. It said, "Kiss my muscular arse." Also on this video, I want to announce I'm going to start doing a brand new series eventually. Actually starting this week, every Saturday? Hopefully I get up by Friday. Where I'm going to go through all the content in WWE, not all pro wrestling, because you know what? That's a lot of wrestling to watch in a week. I'm sorry, I know. I don't have enough time to do all that. I'm gonna go through every single WWE match that's shown throughout the week, and I'm gonna give you guys the top 5 matches of WWE every single week. It gives me content, and it gives you guys something to look forward to. And if you didn't watch NXT or something, then there you go. I'm gonna tell you what to watch, what not to watch, and what was the best matches of the week and why they were the best. But yeah, guys, this video, if you really enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, share, always subscribe. And it's been a long time since I actually have defended this title, guys. Like, it's been sitting here in the background of every other video. I heard there's a lot of people that actually want to challenge me for it, so if you guys are in the comments down below, which YouTuber do you guys want to see me defend this title against next? I have someone in mind. But make sure to like, comment, share, always subscribe, and if you want some, you. You're not getting it.